Poor unfortunate souls. Hi, and welcome back. You might be wondering why I'm dressed like this and going for a run. Well, I'm already out of breath. I really need to get back into shape. This weekend would have been Wine and Dine, and I was not signed up for Wine and Dine. Princess is going to be my first, but since I'm running the aerial 5K in February, I thought I would don her villain Ursula, since I had to run 6 miles today anyways, and in solidarity, the Ursula 10K. Time to run. And I was gonna run this on Saturday, the day the actual 10K would have been, but if you remember in my last video, my two stepkids that run cross country, they had their area race last week and both qualified for state. So I will be going down to the state competition on Saturday. So I'm doing my Ursula 10K today, which is Friday. I'd also thought I'd do this, even though I'm not signed up for the actual race, because I'm not used to coming up with costumes. So it's good practice for me for future in-person Disney races to come up with a theme, and plus it makes it really fun, I discovered. I haven't ran 6 miles since my 10K proof of time race, a link above, and that was well over a month ago, so I've been kind of slacking, haven't been on a plan. My next plan starts in a couple weeks, and I need the plan in order to feel a little bit more motivated. Walking up a hill. So earlier this week, I did something really fun. I interviewed my dad for this video. Asked him all types of questions. Half marathons, marathons. When he started running, he's a runDisney person. Questions about that. Whew, out of breath. Ooh, and the sun's shining. But, so I thought I'd share the interview with you guys. I had to split it into 2 parts. So this week we'll be talking about his runDisney experience as a tribute to Wine and Dine. So I hope you enjoy while I finish the 6-mile run. Also, as a disclaimer, I'm still learning to use the Osmo Pocket, and I realized going back looking at the footage of me and my dad whenever I was trying to put both of us in the frame, that the Osmo Pocket was choosing to focus on the background behind us. Sorry. And there's also a little bit of wind, I believe, in some of the clips, so still a learning process. Alright, now enjoy. Alright, I'm walking Scout, and I'm here with one of my running inspirations, my dad.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Frank, Amy's father, sometimes running partner in the past. Not so much these days though.
Yep, we're going for a walk. This is what we do now. But I thought I'd ask him some questions about his running background. Just as a disclaimer, if this video seems a little rocky, it's because I'm trying out the controller wheel that comes with the Osmo Pocket, and I'm not quite proficient in it yet, so I'm trying to work on that. What was your first runDisney weekend?
Okay, that was the first runDisney weekend. Was the I was actually signed up for a marathon, and we had just moved from Virginia down to Florida, and I ended up, that was back when you could actually make a choice during the run and turn the full marathon into a half, and that's what I ended up doing because I just didn't feel like I was prepared for the full marathon. And that should have been in like 2003, I believe, and that was my first full weekend there at Disney. That was a great event.
How many runDisney weekends have you participated in?
Yeah, there's been 4 that I've actually did the half marathons and some 10Ks. I can't remember all the years though, because it's been spread out over
it was
a while.
four weekends.
Yeah, and when one of them included, the coast to coast event.
Coast to coast. All right. Okay, what are the differences, since you brought up coast to coast? Is there any differences that you can think of between the Disneyland races and Walt Disney World races?
Oh, okay. Yeah, one thing that was really different in Anaheim, where Disneyland is that it's so much smaller. The park itself is very, very small compared to Disney World. And so when you run a half marathon there, you're really running in areas that are kind of part of the city, not part of Disneyland is what it felt like to me. I don't know if that's exactly what was the case, if we were on Disneyland property or not, but you don't have as much to look at, and I found it not quite as inspirational, to be honest with you, as I felt Disney World was. That was the biggest difference.
Do you think they'll bring Disneyland races back?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope so, because they're all good.
Something that I've always wanted to do is volunteer at Run Disney races, and I hope to one day, but that is something that my dad has done. So what is it like to volunteer at Run Disney races?
Volunteering is a blast, actually. You can't be one of those people, just like, the Disney runs, you have to be willing to get up early. Well, as a volunteer, you got to be willing to get up even earlier, because I've had start times of 3:30 in the morning. And I started volunteering because I really couldn't run anymore because of my knees, and didn't want to continue, injuring them. So I started volunteering. And as anybody that's ever ran any kind of race, whether it's Disney World or just a local 5K, 10K, the volunteers are extremely important. They really can add a lot to the run and help encourage everybody. So I really felt like I was giving something back. So I would encourage anybody that can volunteer to volunteer, especially if you can no longer run and you like that camaraderie of the event. And it's just, like a Disney World is a special place anyways, no matter what. So it's just a blast to do it.
I got it done. Got it done. And our dear sweet tiger is protecting my jacket. Yes, you are. After 6 miles done, it was probably the slowest 6 miles I've done in a really long time, but it's, like I said, also the first time I've ran that far since my race a month and a half ago. So it's good to get it done. I didn't mention what I was wearing. I'm wearing Sparkle Athletic and Pro Compression. I think this is maybe only the second or third time I've ever ran in Pro Compression socks, so it's different. It takes some getting used to, but it definitely didn't feel bad. I hope you enjoyed listening to my dad talk about Run Disney. I cannot wait. Just listening to him, I can't wait to run my first one. Hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. I also wanted to share what I was listening to. Something that I love on long runs is listening to podcasts, and I listened to Rope Drop Radio today. Those guys are so funny, but they also share some great information for Disney trips. And then I also listened to the first part of the latest Runners Without Limits. I've talked about them before. Heather and Jen always enjoy their podcasts. So I will add links everywhere, and you should go check them out. So next time I'll be sharing the rest of the interview with my dad, where he talks more about his running background and half marathons and full marathons that he's done, and different tips that he wanted to share. And I'll also be sharing what my 5K running plan will be for my Run Disney virtual 5K. My plan starts in a couple weeks. So like, comment, subscribe, and always remember that you are his masterpiece. I'll see you next time.
Hey, Scout. Hey, Scout. Can I have kisses?
Oh.